Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Nay, and today we're going to be doing a pretty highly requested video where I show you guys how I make my Sims and what custom content I use in Create a Sim. So I am a Maxis Mix Simmer, which means that I use both Alpha and Maxis Max CC to create my Sims. If you find something that you like, there will be a link down in the description. It'll take you on over to my Patreon where you can download all of these links safely. Now, little disclaimer, there is a lot of malware being found in some mods on certain mods through CurseForge and Mod the Sims. Twisted Mexi has made a mod guard that I will also link down below to make sure that scans your mods when you're playing your game to make sure there's no malware on your computer. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys download that if you use mods when you play with your game. But other than that, let's jump right in. Okay, my dears, when I start making a sim, the very first thing that I do is I make sure that they are a complete base, which means they have no makeup, no accessories, no hair, anything like that. I make sure it's a completely blank canvas. But we're going to start in face, and the very first thing that I like to start with is the skin tones. These custom skin tones are by La Matisse, and they are the Bear Collection. These are super awesome. They add a lot of warmth in where there wasn't warmth before, but they also do like a nice little olivey hue. And we will just pick a pretty random one. This is not going to be not a super detailed sim. Well, maybe. I haven't decided yet. The next thing that I do is I always put a skin on my Sims, so just go into skin details. I am obsessed with Northern Siberia winds, so these are usually the ones that I pick. And that looks good to me. Then I'll add on some small skin details, like if I want them to have freckles or moles or some other stuff. We will come back into here once we kind of map out the Sim's face, and we'll see kind of what we want them to be. The next thing that I do is I select presets. Miko has some really good presets. These are like bigger doll-like presets. Obscurus has some really awesome ones as well. And so does, now pardon me if I say this wrong, but Evoxer. Northern Siberia Winds also has some as well. But the ones that I mainly use are Obscurus. So we will do this one. And then you just tweak it a little bit if you like. That looks good. Now we'll go on to nose, and we'll do a nose preset. I have a whole bunch of presets, but again, Northern Siberia Winds has some good ones. They are a little bit smaller, but they fit really well with their skins. And Obscurus has a whole bunch as well. Now my favorite thing about these presets is I think they're by Lulicorn, and they do some pretty awesome shapes when you look at the side. They add like a bump in the bridge and more pointed nose. So those ones are really awesome to use as well. But I think we'll just go with a Northern Siberia Winds one. Make it a little bit bigger, tweak it just a little bit. I don't always like my Sims having the smallest noses in the world because I don't feel like that is super realistic. That looks good. And then we'll do a mouth preset. And the ones that I use the most are by Twisted Cat or by Obscurus or Northern Siberia Winds as well. These ones are usually more full lips. Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different lip shapes, which are pretty cool. But I think we'll just use Twisted Cats because I adore them. I love them. I love how the little mouth corners twist up just a little bit, but we'll make them just a little bit smaller. Another big thing when I create a sim is I have a whole bunch of sliders in my game, and I will try and link a bunch of the sliders that I have. But the sliders really make a huge difference when you are creating a sim, because you're able to move things in ways that you wouldn't have been able to before. But I think the biggest slider that I have that makes the most difference is I have an eyebrow slider. So I can pinch their eyebrows really close together. I can move them really far apart. I can move them really high on their head or really low. I really like this for my male sims because I feel like males have a low brow set, which really adds to their character. So now we've kind of got her face mapped out a little bit. So we're going to go back into skin details. And we're going to add a nose mask. My favorite one is... I've linked this so many times in my videos because I adore it. It has a whole bunch of different options that just make your... Oh, I really like that one. They just make your Sims noses look so different, which I really think is important. I really struggle with same face syndrome, where all my Sims kind of look the same because I use the same presets and I use the same CC, but when I use different nose masks, it really makes all the difference in the world. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll maybe add some details. Maybe we'll add some freckles or some moles. My favorite skin details when it comes for freckles is definitely Obscurus. They are more on the alpha side, so if you are not a huge fan of alpha, then you might not be a fan of these. Also in these categories down here, there are a lot of different things. I use custom teeth, which are pretty cool. If you go into here, a lot of CC creators put a bunch of their stuff in here. Now this miscellaneous details by Okeru is wonderful. I use this for absolutely every single one of my Sims. Okay, she's looking pretty good. Next thing I might do is I might add some eyebrows. Now this, I am Maxis Mix. I have both alpha style eyebrows and I have Maxis style eyebrows. So the next thing that I usually do is I have her face mapped out. I have kind of her eyebrows mapped out. And I'm really starting to be happy with how she's looking. So now I'm going to go into my accessories because that's usually where I keep all my eyelashes. But Obscurus makes some wonderful eyelashes. I've really been liking the straighter eyelashes for some reason. But they also have a curly set, which is really pretty as well. Now my next favorite part is contacts. This is where I am alpha, I would say. But these contacts, where are they, have been just an obsession of mine. I absolutely adore them. Oh, they're these ones. I think we'll do like that. And then I always make the eyes just a little bit bigger. Okay, I really like that. And just make her... There we go. Just some light makeup. I have a bunch of makeup creators, but I usually just, when I make my Sims, I usually just do a light eyeliner and then a pretty neutral lid. Blush, I've been obsessed with these right here. This is the first one. It also adds some highlight. And then this is the second one, just more across the face. And again, some more highlight. I think we'll go with this guy though. For lipstick, I usually use Northern Siberia Winds, or I use Twisted Cat, or Miko has been a favorite one of mine too. Okay, the next part is the hardest part in the world, which is figuring out the hair. I have a whole bunch of different hair creators. They're all Maxis match, but some of my favorites are Sims Trouble, Clumsy Alien, Daylife Sims, Aladdin the Simmer, Aretha, and Dogsill I use a lot, Twisted Cat, and Sip Celebrity, of course. I use theirs all the time too. So once you're in bodies, you can go into bodies, it's skin details, but the body, which is where I do a cleavage overlay. There's also body masks by Northern Siberia Winds that I use a lot. So now my Sim's body's a little more defined. We'll actually go in and edit her body. I'll kind of go over some of my body presets that I have. I really use Miko's a lot and Obscurus. Okay, guys. So for the sake of time, I cannot show you every single Create a Sim item or every clothing item that I have, or else this video would be 3 hours long. But I will quickly take you through my Create a Sim and just show you some of my favorite creators. Gorilla X3 is a super good one. They make Alpha CC. Twisted Cat, they make some gorgeous stuff as well. Sim Celebrity makes some awesome ones. Adrian Pastel makes some awesome ones. Those are both Maxis Match. Sente is top tier, A plus, gorgeous, #1. I cannot live without their stuff in my game. So if I could only pick one creator to have, Sente would be it. A Harris is a really good one as well. Rethia is a really good one. Also, shout out to her for the new kit coming out, the crystal collections. She helped create some of the jewelry going in there, and that's so awesome. Backtrack is a really good creator. They do a lot of Alpha CC. Trillic does a lot of Maxis Match CC, but all of their stuff is really universal. Rimmings does a lot of Alpha CC. Ellie Simple does a lot of Alpha creations, but these are all very well done. They kind of, I know they're Alpha, but a lot of them could be like borderline Maxis. Serenity is also top tier. I love all their stuff. So same thing with Chow. Their stuff is just wonderful and amazing and gorgeous. Miko has a bunch of really good items as well. All of those guys are going to be Maxis Match. There's one creator that I just want to highlight to you guys. So this creator is Sifix, and they make absolutely gorgeous dresses, and the colors on these are just stunning, like absolutely gorgeous. But the color palette on these is stunning, and they have so many different dresses. These I love to use for my Sims weddings. They're gorgeous. This creator is absolutely amazing and wonderful. Another creator that I really wanted to highlight for you guys is Madeline. They make a bunch of different outfits and shoes, more Maxis Match, and everything is just super duper gorgeous, pretty girly, and wonderful, amazing. I love this creator so much. Now we're gonna move on to shoes, and this is gonna be short and fast. I use one creator mainly for all my Sims, and it is this creator right here. I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to butcher it, so I am not going to do that to them. But their stuff ranges from heels to sneakers to boots to cowboy boots to everything. And they are so good, so wonderful. Just an amazing selection to choose from, an amazing color selection. And finally, my second favorite shoe creator is actually Madeline. I know I mentioned them before, but they made like these little UGG like conversions, and I think that they are so cute. I use these on my Sims all the time. Alrighty friends, so that is a pretty quick version of how I make my Sims. I know it's not super in-depth, and I'm very sorry about that, but I did not want to have you guys sitting here for an hour while I make my Sims. It usually takes me so long to make my Sims, but I kind of hope that you guys got what you needed out of this. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you guys like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe down below if you are new, and I will see you guys so soon. Thank you all for your support, and I love you so much. Bye guys.